Hello, my name is Patricia Doucette, and I welcome you to the Christmas edition of our Monday Coffee Chats. Christmas is my favorite time of year. I love Christmas music, the carols, the songs, all things Christmas. And I really like my Christmas mug too. It's called Celebrate the Gift of Jesus. And we're going to talk today about how to do just that without pressure, without the chaos, so that we can have some peace and calm in the midst of our celebrations. We talked about how we would do that. And so today we're just going to dive in and talk about how we can celebrate the gift of Jesus without trying to set up the magic of Christmas, forgetting the miracle of Christmas. And we can get ourselves just all knotted up into a frenzy trying to have that perfect Christmas. Today, I'm going to share with you a short story. It's a story about a woman who had three children. They were all under age 10, and she sought to have the perfect Christmas, as she did every year. She had the baking to do, and she was on course with that. She was on course with the shopping, with all her entertainment, and with the cookie exchange, and with all the things she had to go to with her work, her husband's work, all the church activities and practices and cantatas and you name it, school concerts. There were lots of things to attend to. So as all this was going on, she was taking her shopping and leaving it in the bags and putting it in the bottom of her closet so she could wrap them later. She had the paper, she had the stickers, she had everything she needed, but she just didn't have the time because she was busy creating the perfect atmosphere. And as you know, as women, we are the ones responsible for just creating that wonderful um, atmosphere, inviting atmosphere with the candles, the decorations, the food, everything just having to be just so is on us. And we take it to the next level sometimes. We want to make it better than the year before sometimes, and it takes its toll. Well, this lady with these children, she was purely exhausted. She found herself early one Christmas morning, around 2, 3 o'clock early in the morning, just before the children were about to get up to make that mad dash to the Christmas tree to see what was under there for them. But she was sitting at the Christmas table, at the kitchen table. It was a Christmas table because there were lots of Christmas things on that table. But she was crying, tears coming down her face. Why was she crying? Because she had just finished wrapping those presents that had been in her closet. You see, she put the children to bed in their red pajamas with the little green stripes and sparkles. I mean, she just knew they had to have Christmas pajamas so they could be all set for Christmas morning. They were all tucked snugly in their beds. And she took out those presents and began to wrap them as tears streamed down her face, saying, "Why did I do this another year?" Well, you know, that lady was me, as you probably guessed. Why did I do that to myself? I don't know. I did that many years. That was the most extreme. And so I think I might have slept an hour or two before I had to get up, prop open my eyes, and sling back a few cups of strong coffee, watch the children enjoy Christmas morning while thinking about all the vegetables I had to go and chop to get ready for Christmas dinner. Thinking about it all makes me rather tired right now. Why do we get ourselves into a chaotic frenzy trying to have the perfect celebration? That's not what Jesus intended, but we do that. We take it all on. We try to do all things and be all things to all people, and it's impossible, and we end up exhausting ourselves. I spoke with 3 years ago, my husband we spent the day, Christmas Day, in hospital as he was diagnosed with cancer, and he's well now. But the doctor that was looking after him told us that when they have to work Christmas Day, they really want to work Christmas morning, not Christmas night, because Christmas night is the busiest night of the year for outpatients in hospitals, because people have eaten too much. They're purely exhausted, done out, and they're just sick. They made themselves sick. Can you imagine? And they end up at outpatients. Well, that's really not what we want to do. So, how can we prevent ourselves from doing that? We talked about wanting to enjoy calm without undue expectations. And those expectations, we put them on ourselves many times. They're not from outside. We do it to ourselves. We want to make heartfelt memories. Oh, we want to simplify the season. We want to celebrate Christ's birth without feeling exhausted and being pressured and experiencing chaos. Well, here's a few ideas that I have that I want to share with you today. A lot of Christmas celebrations involve relationships. And I just want to say that we put expectations on our family and our friends to make Christmas the way we think they should be. But remember that you can't buy the love of your family. If they don't have Christmas in their hearts, they're not going to find it under the Christmas tree. I read that somewhere and it sounded really nice, so I thought I would share it with you. Just being honest here. Didn't make that one up. You can't entice people to come to your celebration. You can just do your part. You can't do the part of others. You can't guilt family members into coming to Christmas dinner or coming to Christmas Eve or whatever. You can't make everybody do what you need them to do so that you can have a Merry Christmas. We do that. We wouldn't call it that. We wouldn't say we do that. So how on earth can we simplify, celebrate in peace and quiet? Well, sometimes we have a long list of to-dos. I suggest that we make that list of all the things we want to do to have a Merry Christmas, maybe early in December, perhaps 1st of December, 2nd of December. All of the things. They could be things like what you want to bake, how many different things you want to make, where you want to go, who you want to invite in, any number of things. Take that list and remove half of them. And if you have 25 things on that list, whittle it down to 12 or 13 of non-negotiables, because a lot of things we do are negotiable. We don't have to do them. I suggest certain things stay on the non-negotiable list, like attending your child's school concert. That's right up there at the top. Attending that wonderful, peaceful, relaxing Christmas Eve service should be at the top. Having Christmas dinner is probably at the top. But there's a lot of things that we don't really need to do, that we think we have to do. And don't feel any guilt for not doing them. If you make 5 of your favorite dishes for Christmas, like baking, just make 2 instead of 5, or 3 instead of 10. Just whittle it down. And the energy you have for all of those things, if you have half those activities down, you can put that energy into the things that remain on the non-negotiable list. I remember rushing my children out the door late Christmas morning, having to go somewhere. They just got their toys for Christmas, and no, we'll play with them later. Spend the day low-key sometimes. Just play with your children and grandchildren, and don't have to go somewhere all the time. I was thinking, sometimes we don't really know how to do life until life is 2/3 over anyway. We learn how to raise children after ours are already grown up. We learn how to have a balance of work and life after we're retired sometimes. And if we heard some of these things when we were younger, we weren't ready for them. But now we can take a deep breath and say, you know what? I'm going to do what's really necessary and enjoy that. And think about the real reason I'm having Christmas. One thing I did this year was I have a small tabletop Christmas tree. Always had a floor model, a big Christmas tree. It's in a box in the basement. I'm not ready to move from I can't say goodbye to the big Christmas tree just yet. So it's still in the box. But I'm loving my little tabletop tree. And I've trimmed some of the decorations, some of the baking, some of the things that I can do now because I am retired. I'm not working anymore. But I think back to when I was working and a busy, busy wife and mom, there were things I could have let go that I didn't. So I encourage you as a busy working mom, just as a busy woman, a busy person, children or no children, just put on your list what's really important. Dwell and spend your focus and your time on what's really important. Think about the Christ of Christmas, that Jesus came to bring us peace. He came to bring us calm. He came to earth to be our strength when we are weak. And sometimes we are weakest at the Christmas season because we've worn ourselves out. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's get our sleep. Let's pace ourselves and let's just focus on what's important. I just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. And I'm going to come back and chat with you again early in the new year. So God bless. And I'm going to try to put into practice some of the things that I've encouraged you to do. So bye for now.